Hey, you. Read the hat. You know what we do. Aloha, Mother Fathers. Welcome in. Another edition of the Side Hustle Wrestling Podcast. Episode number 86,475.
I just now saw your hat.
You did?
Yeah. That's clever.
Don't worry. This is not a podcasted brand hat. This hat was actually purchased in Hawaii. Therefore, now I am 2% Pacific Islander.
There you go. There you go.
I want these whenever I walk into a room now.
Boy, we're off and running. We are off and running. Glad to be here.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
Mm-hmm.
We just had a great conversation off the air.
We did. And normally when we have those kind of conversations, Pete does what and presses play. But he was actually involved in this because this is a big week for him. His son is going to college.
Yes.
It took Jacob about a long time, almost 2.5 years, but he finally picked a school. Now, it was the day before he actually moved in, so I was really psyched for him.
Congrats, Jacob.
Those last-minute decisions. Oh.
Congrats.
So tight, like all the people he's about to meet. But
Matter of
nevertheless,
fact, Jacob, come to the microphone. I'm going to actually have you on air for a second. Oh, you don't want to be on the air? That's okay.
How could you possibly do that?
I do that all the time.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
When have you ever told someone in the studio that wasn't on air, hey, come over here, talk?
All the time.
We have like no one ever like in studio.
We have a full crew here. Every week. They always say no.
There's CJ, there's Miles, there's Prince in the back. Prince does the
Darius.
yeah, Darius.
We mentioned like almost all black names.
And there's Bradley. He's over there.
Brandon.
There's Braden.
Yeah. Anywho, Jacob is gonna head to college.
Yeah.
So congrats.
He's going to Cleveland State University. Wrong CSU. Sorry. All
Pete,
right,
we got to get like a secondary camera just on you. We got to get that established.
He really wants you on camera. I don't
He
know why
really
he's
does.
Kinda do.
I
don't know why.
Kind of do. Just like the producer behind. Oh, you don't have
He's
glass
had enough
either.
big shit to worry about. Because
I'll
on-screen
go
debut.
buy some glass just so. Like,
There you go. Yeah, behind the glass. It's just be the stand-up glass.
He can finally fulfill his mission of trying to become Oz, literally. Get him a curtain while you're at it. Yeah.
No, but we had a whole
And a projector.
we had a whole conversation off air about things to expect.
Boats and hoes.
Let's just say it's going to be a very educational experience over at college. So congrats.
Right across from the laundry room.
Yes.
I have many a story of that from my day.
So if you're on the 4th floor of Erie Commons,
You just give
You're not
us
supposed to say that.
Euclid
Jesus
Commons. Euclid
That
Commons.
is. You'll be in so much
People
trouble.
from the Middle East watch the show. You know?
Can they at least block this segment? Oh my goodness.
Oh, gosh.
Man. It's an educational experience. I tell you, don't let anybody tell you about syllabus week or move-in weekend.
I almost went to CSU. When I came back from Toledo, I almost went there.
Almost went to Kent.
I believe that.
Yeah, almost went to Kent.
Yeah, you got part of you written all over your face. Look at you.
Of course. So I said I wanted to focus on academics, so I went to BG instead.
Then he got there.
Yeah, then
He crossed that street.
I
Yeah.
got there. We saw some signs on move-in day, like on the drive from some of the frat houses, and my mom was like, "You better straighten up." After she laughed at the signs that were posted.
You haven't even finished unpacking your bags yet. You better straighten up. I just got here.
Right?
What do you mean? Mom, like I literally just pulled up. Like I'm not even part of these right now. Like,
Not even a part of these at all. Like, what are we
God.
doing? Can you get the speech before? Yeah, like preventative speech.
you
Like
better straighten
focus-
up. I know you haven't done anything yet, but in 3 months you're gonna do something. I need you to straighten up now.
Uh-huh. Don't come back home with something extra on Thanksgiving. Wait, what?
You better not get pregnant, Mom.
Mom,
What the fuck?
my guy.
It's college. Anything can happen.
Yes, that's right. That's right. I focus on academics and gain
Whole new meaning
about.
to the freshman 15. Yeah.
That's right. Well, yes.
Freshman 7 pound 8 ounce baby.
In my case, the freshman 20, which then became.
No, coming in 9 months, Pete will be a grandfather. Yeah. I got a penis for your vagina.
Which, by the way, if any of that comes true, in 9 months from now, we are in deep, deep trouble. Because
I'm gonna be into the show.
it's on tape. everything. We do have
Jacob, the one lesson: don't be silly. Wrap your willy. Just
focus on your education.
I feel like I shouldn't have to
the
give you that
real-
lesson. I feel like that's probably the
Focus
person
on
to
your
your
education.
yeah. Educate
But
yourself.
he's right too.
Yeah.
Actually, if you get nothing else from college, listen to Kyle.
Man, what a way to wow. That's high
and,
praise.
and when you go to college for your studies and everything like that, DUBBY Energy. That's what you need. Get DUBBY Energy natural, because if you get the wrong type of energy drinks, your body will crash in the wrong way.
No,
You don't want that.
you wish you're somebody else, someone who is using DUBBY. Honestly, yeah.
Go feel great. Gonna feel great.
Feel great, even better with us. Use the promo code SHWP10 to get 10% off of your next order or any order. Order as much as you want. Honestly, try them out. Double A got the sample pack. Pete just got a pack in recently too. Loved it. We're still working on getting our big tub in too to put right in the middle of this table.
Yeah, we got to make that happen.
It's coming.
But it is true. I think we hide it every week. But it says here, your taste buds' favorite energy drink, which is very true because it's very
And it's
enjoyable.
the broad spectrum too. It's not just like, some of these only got like a couple flavors or whatever it is. These guys have a whole bunch of different stuff. They're constantly coming up with new flavors too, so you can always try new things and experience new ways to energize properly, safely, and healthily. Is healthily a word?
I don't think so. But
No,
it sounds
it is
right.
now, motherfuckers. Anyway, WGG, that's the website. Again, SHWP10. Use the promo code from us to you. Get 10% off your order. Big or small, doesn't matter. Every little bit helps. Save you guys a few bucks on some really good energy products.
Yeah, especially going back to school too. Going to college for the first time.
Oh, back to school.
Oh,
Back
boy.
to school. To prove to Dad that I'm not a fool.
Later in the show, Kyle has a proposal about the reaction series that we've been doing
Probably
throughout
nobody-
the summer.
Nobody watches Billy Madison in this fucking studio.
I know.
All 15 of our employees now.
We
Not
just,
one laugh, not one giggle.
we just added to the job force in a matter of minutes.
We did.
Um,
Hey, listen, we're a equal opportunity employer.
if you're watching us today, you are probably aware that the ESPN app is now the end-all, be-all. It is ESPN direct to consumer. It is you can actually get the ESPN networks without cable. You can get it $30 a month, $29.99 a month for the full ESPN. The old ESPN Plus, I think, is a tier below at $20 a month. But basically, if you want to watch First Take, Get Up, Sports Center, all those shows, plus everything that ESPN has, you can buy it for $30 a month. Now, why do we care? Because yesterday, a lot of news broke while my co-host and friend was at tennis with his kid.
Which ended up being just me and my kid. It ended up raining, so that was fun.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like cold rain, too. Like, man.
I didn't really mind.
I know. That's good stuff. But we got some details here. So here's the first part. The ESPN WWE Partnership will launch on September 20th. It is an event in Indianapolis featuring John Cena, known as WrestlePalooza. One of the most corniest names in the history of professional wrestling pay-per-views that WWE can put together.
It's almost like you can tell that Disney was behind naming that.
Yeah.
It's WrestlePalooza.
We went from Armageddon to WrestlePalooza.
Yeah, this is a bunch of bullshit.
Lame. But WrestlePalooza, Crown Jewel, Survivor Series will kick off the ESPN WWE PLE partnership.
Yeah.
So, here's the important component. If I didn't do that well. Okay, we'll make this quick here. If you subscribe to Spectrum, DirecTV, Fubo TV, Hulu Live TV, or that should say Verizon.
Yeah, the guy can't even spell the fucking post right, so I don't really buy it. I know AA pulled this, but still,
this was actually on the ESPN presser.
Yeah.
if you are a
If
subscriber to those cable companies,
If ESPN misspelled that, then I really don't buy it.
it's in there. You get ESPN DTC for free, which includes all of these WWE events. If you're not a subscriber to any of those cable companies, YouTube TV, Sling TV, here in Cleveland, I think that's it.
Well, there's like Cox. There's different other cable mediums.
Cox cable over your way.
Well, so like here's the thing too. There's going to be backlash for this. No pun intended. I know we're talking about WWE PLEs.
That would be a better name. Backlash happened earlier in the year, but that's a better name than WrestlePalooza.
But my point is, there's going to be a lot of backlash because a lot of people have YouTube TV, that stuff. They don't have a lot of these cable networks, and they're going to be like, I'm going to have to pay now another $30 a month for this when I have this. And again, like, so if you want to watch SmackDown, you have to have either Peacock. I think it's just straight up YouTube TV, or it's cable.
You gotta have cable
because it's on USA Network.
Because you can watch replays of SmackDown,
but it's 2 weeks late.
But 30 days later.
30 days late. Fuck. Well, then it's really bad. So you need cable to watch SmackDown. You need Netflix to watch Raw, and then you need now to watch the PLEs because they're coming off of Peacock because they found an interesting little loophole. You know, they're going to this $30 a month thing, and if you don't have those, they're going to expand this. They have no choice because people are going to boycott. Like, it's going to be bad.
Yeah, like me personally, somebody who just for football season, I usually switch over to YouTube TV. They have multi-view. Multi-view is the greatest feature in cable television.
I got to be honest with you, man. Right now, like if they end up keeping this, and there's no, I won't watch SmackDown. Like I'll keep Netflix because it's cheap. And then I'll subscribe to the ESPN thing to watch the PLEs, but I'm not gonna pay for YouTube TV just to watch.
Then I'll flip it. I'm not subscribing to ESPN because I'm kind of locked in on YouTube TV. It's a little free trial, 3-month deal with the cable before like kicks in the full price around Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of locked in with YouTube TV. I'm not paying another $30, and I just dropped Peacock minutes before the other news came down, which we'll talk about in a few seconds. And I'm not picking it back up, by the way. So
they're making it really hard right now to be a wrestling fan if they keep this.
Oh, it's terrible.
The whole point was hopefully that YouTube TV was included because a lot of people use that.
I think it has
a
to.
lot of people use that.
Yeah.
Like an insane amount of people. You can ask 10 people on the street, probably 8 out of 10 say they have YouTube TV.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's that big a deal. It needs to be included. They need to work it out because if it's not, they're going to lose a lot of viewers on this too. Some people will always pay whatever, but like I'm not one of those people.
$30 is. I'll give you a comparison here locally in Cleveland. I think Guardians TV. Pete, do you pay for Guardians TV?
We pay for the MLB TV app. It was like $100 for the season.
Okay, $100 for the season.
That's a 6-month season. That's not bad, I guess.
What is it monthly? Like $20?
We'll divide
if you pay monthly.
6, yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I think it was something like that.
Yeah, but for the Guardians, that's every day. 162 games,
Yeah.
$20 a month, $30. If you only just I'll just say it for me. I only have Peacock because of WWE. To ask wrestling fans, strictly wrestling fans, to pay $30 a month. If you're not interested in other ESPN, I'll even double down. If you have ESPN, like I do, through YouTube TV, if you have ESPN, ain't no effing way I'm paying another $30 to get access to program that, for the most part, I already have.
See, I really wish they would have, and this is probably one of the reasons why they didn't, so they can make more money. Like, I wish they would have sold SmackDown to Netflix too. So that way our TV shows, our 2 main TV shows are on Netflix, and then our PLEs will be on Netflix everywhere else, but they'll be on ESPN here. Then I wouldn't need to worry about it. I wouldn't have to pay for YouTube TV. I wouldn't. But now, I'm to the point where I got some choices to make because I can't pay for all of these subscriptions all over the place. I'm gonna be cutting some fat here, and that could affect how I react to certain things, and we'll talk later about the stuff.
It's going to impact this show.
Yeah.
100%. Because I already made my intentions known, and you have too. It's going to impact this show.
There'd be some changes to how we take in the content. We'll still do the show, but just how we actually see things. It'll be a lot of me just looking at recaps for SmackDown or something like that because I'm not going to pay all that money to watch one show on YouTube TV. I don't care about the Browns or any of that stuff or like whatever. That doesn't faze me at all. That's why I have essentially cable, is to watch SmackDown and to watch NXT and then AEW, which we'll get into in a little bit anyway. But like that's like why? That's not worth it. It's not worth $80 a month for that crap. $8 a month I can do, not 80.
And we'll share the Peacock component of this in a second. You do notice the date, too, of WrestlePalooza is up against AEW. So either you're going to pay $30 for WrestlePalooza or $50 for AEW All Out.
Told you they're brilliant in that sense because they're still charging less than AEW is while still charging more than what they're charging now.
And again,
it's brilliant business sense, but they're going to lose some people.
And again, on the AEW front, and I'll be honest, too, like, the card they have this Sunday doesn't look too bad, to be perfectly honest. In my opinion, I know you're a little bit more down on it than I am.
Just don't care.
But it ain't worth $50. I ain't, $50. And now you're seeing like big business moves. UFC saying we're done with pay-per-view after this calendar year. If you want all UFC major events, all you need is Paramount Plus. I mean, if you're a UFC fan, that is heaven. So
what's Paramount, like $15 a month or something like that?
10.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, or eight. Excuse me, their cheapest plan is $8, and the pay-per-view will be available on their ad plan.
And people will say too at the ESPN, well, we're getting all the other content too for all the different sports and everything like that. I'm like, yeah, I understand that, but this is usually where like bundles come into play. Like, could we do like an ESPN, Netflix, Peacock bundle or something? I don't know. Like,
I think they have to look into something like that. I really do.
They have to, because this is ridiculous. And like it's a ESPN, we know, has had their issues over the past number of years, but I mean, this is add YouTube TV. That's all I'm gonna say. Just add it. If we're already getting ESPN on YouTube TV, why wouldn't it be a part? Like then stop feeding certain cable companies ESPN then, because then what's the point?
I don't know. I know there's all of it's behind the scenes politics stuff, but none of you care about the behind the scenes politics.
No, we care about
that. You
end
care
all
about
be all, yeah.
what content is available, and then when you hear like, oh, ESPN bet I have ESPN, and then in the fine print, only Spectrum, DirecTV, Fubo, Hulu, keep saying Hulu Hoop, cable, and Virgin Cable,
Virgin Mobile,
Verizon Cable.
The thing Jacob won't be after a couple weeks from now.
Stop it.
He's like, no.
So let's talk about
he's
Peacock.
Like, yeah, dude.
Yeah. So let's talk about Peacock.
Peacock.
So the news that dropped. Okay, so the ESPN news dropped at 5:30 yesterday.
Yeah.
I ended my Peacock subscription at 5:40. And the reason why is because it actually runs through September 6th. So I'm gonna be able to watch Clash, no problem. But Peacock is increasing their monthly subscription price to $10.99 instead of, I think it was $7.99.
Well, I have the premium too, so mine's probably gonna go
Yours
up.
is going up too.
Well, I'm gonna. Yeah. There's no reason to keep it anymore either.
Yeah, so yours is going up. Everyone's plan is going up. They got to pay for that expensive NBA contract somehow. So, big business.
Gotta love it.
Gotta love consumers just being left in the dust. So, hey, soon enough, we'll just be an NXT only show. Anywho.
You couldn't pay me to watch the CW anymore that much.
Neither can Channel 43. That's why they're getting rid of it. Wait, what did I say?
Words.
So the other part, Saturday night's main event. That showed all those commercials and stuff that cut off Goldberg.
Has he opened up yet?
He has not opened up yet. We're still waiting.
Yeah, still waiting for Bill to do his
2
tell-all.
weeks.
Yeah, it's
What's
been
going
like
to
a,
happen first?
it's been like a month and a half.
Yeah, what's going to happen first? Rob Manfred's going to get his TV deal with Sunday Night Baseball, or Goldberg will speak?
I tell you what, I care about neither of those things.
Neither.
Yeah.
Saturday night's main event will move exclusively to Peacock, starting with the next edition of Saturday night's main event, which I am told is October 1st. And then the one afterwards will be the headline you see here, John Cena's retirement match on December 13th.
I would not put WWE past to schedule an event on the 27th anyway and have that be John's real retirement, because who gives a fuck about Peacock, right?
We'll see, but Peacock said in this NBC Sports press release in the subheadline that John Cena's retirement match will take place on their airwaves.
And then in the bottom, the WWE says, card
Card
subject to change. Always does. Never quite sure.
The major headline out of that, though, NBC television will no longer air Saturday night's main event. So,
It'll be on Peacock exclusively.
exclusively to Peacock.
And I
So,
will exclusively not be watching it once I cancel Peacock.
So, if you want to watch Monday Night Raw on Netflix, Friday Night SmackDown on the USA Network, WWE PLE on ESPN, and Saturday night's main event on Peacock, be ready to spend. I didn't do the math before the show. Bad prep by me. That's 10, 40, 50, plus however much you pay for cable a month.
Which is usually, I know YouTube TV is $80 for me. But some people will do they do DirecTV or whatever, they'll pay $150. So even if you're like, or whatever it is for all the channels and all that stuff. So even if you're not paying for ESPN, you're still paying way too much for cable.
So let's just go with $150 a month to watch all your wrestling from WWE.
Boy.
Oh, and if you pay $50 for the AEW pay-per-view, well, that's on you. But that's $200 a month. Because at least with AEW's TV shows, the TV shows you can only find on TBS and TNT. So you need cable for that. But that's it.
There's going to be some people, and honestly, at this point, I'm starting to get closer to that with the fatigue of watching every show and doing all this, where people are again going to go, I don't want to do this anymore. As much as I love this and I've watched this my entire life or whatever it is, like, I don't want to pay all this money when I've never had to do this. Like, I have other shit I need to pay. Like, I can't. Like, they're going to lose people to this. They're going to lose lifelong fans to all of this different bouncing around. Make it simple. It used to be so fucking easy, right? Cable TV has the shows and the pay-per-views. You paid for the pay-per-views.
Yep.
I'm not saying go back to that, but I'm saying, like, okay, so one streaming service should have Raw and SmackDown. NXT can stay on CW. Who gives a fuck? That's their developmental show. That should be icing on the cake for them. That should be like the little cherry on top of a little extra money.
Yeah.
And then the pay-per-views, whatever. Netflix, ESPN, who gives a shit? Fine, pick one. That's it. Like, make it fucking simple for people.
Well, internationally, it is simple.
Yeah,
everything's on Netflix
we just have to
internationally.
move. We just got to move. We can just go to Canada. That's all we have to do.
There's another thing you can...
I love living here. I don't want to move, but at the same point, I don't want to pay this much. I want to pay like a car payment to watch fucking wrestling every month. Like, it's insane.
Well, ultimately, you say want. I think there's going to be some people who will be forced.
They're not going to have a choice. Or they're going to choose, okay, I'm only going to watch Raw.
Yeah.
Because Netflix is $8 a month. So I'm just going to, I guess I'll just watch Raw and that'll be it.
Well, think about it, too. Like, if you're raising, everybody. But your dad, pizza dad, like, you both know, like, family comes first. And whatever responsibilities you got to have financially, if something got to be cut out, even if it's your interest, it's got to be cut.
Yeah, there's going to be some streaming services on the chopping block here shortly.
Oh, yeah.
I think I paid for like 4 or 5 already, and it's too much. Like,
well, it's the one thing AEW has somewhat right, again, is that the weekly TV show is at one place. Same family of networks, TBS, TNT.
It's not. It's also streaming on Max.
Well, according to
Simulcast.
Dave Meltzer, like, 3 million bazillion viewers are watching on Max.
And they're not, but okay.
Later in the show, we'll talk. There's a certain name that's being rumored to potentially move over to WWE. We'll talk about him. We'll also talk about the state of both companies. We'll do that a little bit later in the show. But that's the breaking news. It might be the most important story of the year because, like Kyle mentioned a few seconds ago, a lot of fans, almost every fan watching, listening, consuming our product, you're going to have to make a choice.
Watch us. We're not fucking going anywhere.
Now, we ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, we'll still be on YouTube every Thursday or Friday.
You don't need a Patreon to watch us or listen to us. But not a good day. Not a good day to be a wrestling fan.
Great day to own the company.
Great day to be a stockholder.
Yeah, more money.
I mean,
that's great. But like again, it's you're bogging shit down.
Oh, and to the point, we forgot to bring this up too. So you might be asking, wait a minute, the ESPN deal is supposed to start in 2026.
Mm-hmm.
Remember what I told you before the show?
It's such a stupid logic, but they found a loophole in the number of shows they were supposed to broadcast. Is that what you told me, right?
Yes.
So because WrestleMania and SummerSlam were 2 nights, those counted as 4 total shows. So they were able to broadcast the number of shows they were required to get out of the contract early.
And at last year's WrestleMania,
Yeah.
which was the first 2 night. Was it the first 2 night?
No. WrestleMania's been 2 nights since like 37 because of the COVID stuff.
Oh, yeah. So add all those WrestleManias that were 2 nights. Boom, they hit their quota.
Yeah. It's again, it's one of those
can't
legal
make
things.
this up.
That's why they have good lawyers over there because they figured that shit out pretty quick and they were able to, we can get out of it by middle of September. We could be on ESPN.
Yeah. and then NBC is sitting here saying, well, Ted, but we still got a deal time-wise until 26. Oh, so if you want to watch NXT PLEs, you still need Peacock. Forgot to mention that part.
Yeah, what the fuck? That's what I'm talking about.
Until March of 26. I'm done with this segment.
Just bouncing
honestly,
around all over the
pissing me
place.
off.
It's bad. Like it's not user friendly for if you have these different cable.
No, it's the same effing company that has talked about having the biggest gate.
Yep.
Oh, we're charging more. That's why it's back in Vegas because people are getting priced out of these things, and that's just in total. People are getting priced out of this. People have been struggling with money since COVID. But it's a great day for effing F your business. Because people will start to tune out because they're going to make decisions based on their wallet. So stick it to ESPN. Good luck with your ESPN DTC. Because if you don't sign on YouTube TV, that will be it. I will find other methods to watch and consume content, and you won't like it.
He's going to camp out at every arena.
I will be at every effing parking lot.
Little crank TV in the back.
I will be at every parking lot waiting for an autograph from Trick Williams.
This is not also the same time to the Bloodline story, all that stuff. It's not at a peak right now.
No,
it's
that's the other part.
They've plateaued a little bit, so it's not must see. It's not like, ooh, we really need to watch.
If they would have struck all of this last year.
But see, this is why they're able to do this now, because they had that business. Mm-hmm. So now they can make these decisions and these new contracts and all this stuff and throw people in 15 different directions when we've never had to deal with this before. It's unbelievable.
Again, to your point, if they do sign more cable companies, and you can't wait till WrestleMania. I saw a report that, maybe they can lock in YouTube TV by WrestleMania.
No.
Too late.
It needs to be when this
it needs
goes
to be
down.
right now.
Because
now.
I'm not gonna pay for all this shit.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no.
Again, like I said, $8 a month, $10 a month, not that big a deal to me. $80 a month to watch one show. No, I'm not paying $80 a month to watch 4 SmackDowns. Sorry, it's not worth $20 a show.
And a lot of fans don't have cable at all. And if you're paying $20 to watch the Guardians, who are playing every night, or paying $20 to watch the Cavaliers, who play almost every night, you're going to pay $30? Even from a business standpoint, that's stupid.
Yeah, well,
Just to watch professional wrestling.
That's why we're sitting here and they're sitting over there. So,
But they will tell you, I have to, perspective, right? Pay-per-views used to be $50 or used to be $40 a month. Well, actually, growing up, pay-per-views used to be $40 a month.
Pay-per-views were like $60 at the big shows.
And then they like boost up in prices and stuff.
I think at one point to watch a WrestleMania when I was growing up, it was like almost $80. And my mom was like, "I'm sorry, we're not doing this." I'm like, "Okay."
I remember it was a treat when my mother ordered Survivor Series 2001 because I sold her on the fact that maybe WWE is going to come to an end on this night because the invasion and WCW.
Jesus Christ.
Young me believing in the storyline.
Good. If it's over, that means you won't ask me to pay for it anymore. So fine, let's watch it.
You know what? That's probably why she ordered it. That's probably why.
She's hoping I hope it is done. Yeah, Jesus.
Mrs. Alfred was hoping that Stone Cold Steve Austin be out of a job.
Mama Alfred.
All right, let's talk
You
about
know who else is out of a job for the next?
my Fabert promo of the week. Gotta say,
This is the best pregnancy announcement I think they've done.
one of the best promos of the year.
Yeah.
And it was announcing that she had to leave her job. Naomi, we're not going to be able to play the entire promo, but we'll play the most family suitable part of the promo, courtesy of WWE and Netflix.
Yeah, because this is a family show.
Of course.
You know what, Adam? I bet you are happy for me. I bet you are. But you know what? This ain't my first time relinquishing a title. I handed it back the first time, but this time I ain't handing you shit.
Ooh.
Yeah. My hormones are jumping like a disco. This ain't the time nor place. So I advise you to get the hell out of my face. Get the stepping.
Yeah, I'm going to get out.
Go. Get out of here. I'm going.
She used the Martin line to get the stepping. and Adam knew the assignment.
Yo, you got the fuck out of there.
He got out.
Yeah. Her hormones are jumping like a disco. That means you need to get the fuck out. Like,
Let me ask the dads in here. Did Adam make the right decision?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he would have been dead.
okay.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah. He would have needed a drink for the rest of his life, but it wouldn't be an alcohol. It'd be out of a fucking straw. Yeah, I know. Get out of there. Get out of there. No, this was awesome. They gave her a lot of time. Didn't cut her off like Goldberg, so that's good. And this is the part
Bye-bye, NBC.
I mentioned this last week, and it's the part that kind of sucks because like she's on another level right now as far as the character, as far as really people buying into it too. We see people turn heel, turn good all the time, and sometimes it sticks, sometimes it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like she found a way to get us really invested in her to the point where it was undeniable she had to be champion, and she did this. And leave it to Big Jim. It's the meme across the row right now. Big Jim defeats Naomi and ends her title run at 37 days.
You know, I just found out this because she said in the promo too that this is not the first time that she's given up the title.
Yeah.
You know, she's never been beaten for a WWE Women's Championship.
Really?
I don't think she has, because she had to give it up. I don't remember the reason, but she had to.
She was injured one time.
In 2017.
Her and Sasha, they gave up the tag titles.
Then they gave up the tag titles
because of the whole
what
walkout
happened
stuff,
there.
yeah, and she ended up going to TNA and then came back shortly after.
So I'll
but-
tell you, ain't nobody beating her, for the title.
I think this was the best thing they could have done. They let her go
Mm-hmm.
a little bit too with the swearing and stuff like that. Which again, in tiny spurts, it's fucking awesome. It's
Where
gold.
it makes sense and it's not overused.
Yeah, and she has an excuse. She's fucking pregnant, so she
Mm-hmm.
can say whatever she wants. Good luck trying to fucking stop her. Like
Yeah.
that's
And she only said it one time.
yeah. She didn't litter a promo with it or whatever it was.
Mhm.
No, but again, I feel bad for her on a career level. Really happy for her and John because they've been trying for a long time, and she's been told she couldn't. I think they came out with the Steph McMahon podcast, and she told a story about how She had I think one of her ovaries removed or something like that, or one side removed or whatever it was. I'm not a woman. I don't know the technical terms for
Well,
it. Well,
you even said going back to when you was watching Total Divas that they were.
oh yeah, like he has kids from his previous relationship, marriage, whatever it was, and
Mhm.
she's been like the stepmom, and one of her dreams was always, I want to have a baby. I want to be
Yeah.
able to do this, but I also don't think it's time yet because I'm working, and I'm trying to climb the ladder. That was obviously a long time ago. Now she's gotten to this point here where I've climbed the ladder a few times, done a lot of good stuff. This is a good time, and she'll be back, which is the cool part about this too, because we're seeing women go into there. Look at Trish Stratus, into her like what? And she's at mid-40s now, almost 50,
Almost 50.
and she looks better than she ever did.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's doing a fuck ton of yoga, but I mean, and I'm sure we obviously already know Naomi's flexible and she can do all that shit, so she'll be all right. Her body will recover
As
from
somebody who was starting to work, that started to work out, do your yoga.
Yeah.
Do your yoga.
this. It's very crucial.
That's good.
The only part I didn't like about this is they had an opportunity. They had an opportunity, and it kind of ties into the other thing I sent you about the Women's World Championship.
Which we'll get to in a few minutes. Go ahead.
What the actual future will be,
Mhm.
we're not sure yet, but what they could have done in this moment is really crown Stephanie Vicaire, like they did with Asuka, with Becky Lynch. Asuka was already made at that point, but that was like the cherry
Well,
on top
Asuka's
of
the
her.
reason why Naomi's pregnant.
There's probably some sort of storyline that I missed that ties that together, but I
No, it's the apparently if you work with Asuka, apparently you get pregnant.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Becky and
Yeah.
yeah.
But they could have. This is could have been a moment maker for Stephanie. She obviously had the title shot coming. She won Queen of the Ring, that kind of thing. This would have been a really good opportunity for Pierce to have given the title to Stephanie the way that Asuka was gifted to it after the Money in the Bank stuff.
What if I told you Stephanie's is not going to win the title? Now I will give you a name coming up later in the show. I will give you a name.
Can we just talk about it now after we play Mike's Prime?
We will. That's the next segment.
Yeah, because like it's
I see where you're going though. I don't hate where you're going, but I do have a name in mind, which I'll talk about. The one thing I do want to address here though, and this is the tough thing, and as guys, and the dads in the studio here know this way more than I do, but if your significant other is, pregnant, in normal situations, both the man and woman can still work. In wrestling, with it being a physical sport, the moment that a woman is pregnant, that's it. So it's not even just she could work during maternity leave. I mean, I'm sure, she's going to still work out and stuff like that, but you ain't taking bumps. So, man, you do feel bad because women are in a tough position in wrestling. Yes, you signed up for it, going in. But, man, it is tough because it ain't just in the normal business sense, like in the office or wherever. You work during your pregnancy and then, you're out for however long you're out for maternity leave.
Yeah.
This is, you got to go off the road because you can't take bumps for the next 7, 8, 9 months because I think she's already 2 months pregnant. And then, in addition to the maternity leave,
then you have to heal afterwards, especially if you have a just straight up natural birth or whatever. It's a lot, and then you have to train to come back.
then you got to train to come back.
That's why Alexa took I think it was 2 years.
That's
Like,
why. I
yeah.
think I said in my reacts, I'm like, there's a chance. Like if you do the math, I didn't know when I take the reacts, I didn't see the Stephanie McMahon podcast,
Yeah.
so I didn't know she was 7 weeks. I think it was.
Yeah.
It was probably taped a week ago, so
Yeah.
2 months. So if you do the math, due date's probably in late March or April. Even then, actual maternity leave is.
You're probably looking. Well, maternity leave is what she's going on now,
but actually being with the baby,
yeah,
that's another few months.
Well, no, honestly, your best bet for her is probably, and this is just me throwing a date out there, which it depends on how she reacts to, obviously postpartum, that stuff too, how her body reacts to getting back into this. Maybe one of the best case scenarios is Royal Rumble 2027.
That's what I was thinking.
As a surprise return, that kind of stuff. Because at that point, she'll be almost 40. So it's like, you also, how much longer do you want to do? I know she wants to come back, but you want to try and pick your spot. it makes sense to do it during WrestleMania season or the beginning of it. Like, there's a lot of factors that go into all of
And
this.
you can always build her. It can either be a surprise, or you can, video packages, build her back up.
She could have the kid, and in a couple months be like, I'm ready to go.
She could.
I mean, she could.
The only thing I factor, and I turn to the parents that are in here, is her first child.
Yeah.
I can understand. It's her first child.
Well, also, so this is what Seth and Becky did, and a lot of these people that have kids do, and she's lucky. They're both lucky to have each other in their business. They understand. They get buses. They travel with the kiddos.
Take
them
on the
like
road.
That. Yeah. I mean, especially before they're actually in school. Like, you have this time to be able to still kind of do that. I mean, and they've dealt with kids already.
Yeah, that's a good point.
John has, I think he has like 3 or 4 or 5, something like that. He's a bunch of kids. Maybe 2, I don't know. I forget. I haven't watched Total Divas in forever. But the point being, they're used to this. They're used to taking care of kids. They're used to the schedule where they have to balance schedules, that kind of stuff. Let alone not only theirs, but obviously their kids too. So
yeah,
they'll figure it out. It's going to be more about how she kind of takes to everything because it's her first time doing it.
Yeah.
So that's the big what if now.
Love the reactions. WWE posted the reactions backstage, obviously, of Jimmy Uso. Saw that. Roman's was my favorite because it was no, actually both were great because during the Naomi promo, when she had the great line, she's like, the bloodline is still
bloodline's growing.
Still growing. And then the crowd started chanting OTC and Jimmy Uso backstage. Like,
they started chanting Baby Uso.
And that was cool too.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was cool too.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait for to see Eddie Dominic Mysterio versus Lil Jimmy main event WrestleMania 70 and pay $300 a month on the new ESPN app. But
fucking A. My favorite reaction was Becky though.
Oh, phenomenal.
How dare you?
Irresponsible
To get pregnant during a title reign, in all caps.
The greatest thing was some of the people on Twitter and social media didn't know
that she did the exact same thing.
Some people really
like
got
4
upset.
years ago or 5 years ago when she got pregnant, and it's literally the same fucking story that happened where she had to relinquish the title. Like it's
Roman's reaction. He was just like, it's like, I'm done with kids. All of our kids are at school. We're getting
He's got
ready.
5 kids. Roman's good.
Yeah, Roman.
He's like, these people think I leave here and I'm on vacation or something like that. No, I got 5 fucking kids I take care of, bro. I'm never on vacation. Like, what are you talking about?
Training and stuff like that.
Yeah, the training is my vacation.
Yes.
I'd rather be here more than I could do that, but I love my kids, so I'm bouncing back and forth.
Congratulations to Naomi and Big Jim on a great year. Big Jim had a great run leading into WrestleMania as well. Congratulations to the both of them. They lived up to the network they work for. They Netflixed and chilled, and the child is on the way. Mike from State Farm.
No child on the way. Not
Do
that
we
we're
know
aware.
that?
Not
Do
that
we
we're
know
aware
that?
of. Not that we're aware of. He's gonna be like, guys, shut the fuck up.
Take a look. What should fans who might be watching you here in Cleveland for the first time, hey, they look you up on the website, on the app, they call you, what should they expect?
Yeah, I mean, first off, between me and my team, you're going to get one of us. If you want to deal directly with the man, you're more than welcome to. I don't mind. I love working with customers because I look at it this way. I have a lot of good life experience financially. I've I said 12 years of banking. I've got now 2.5 years of insurance. I have a lot of money and just kind of life and financial stuff knowledge. So that's what I look to do, is to truly help people get from that point A to point B financially. It's not about just, saving money on auto insurance, sure, but if I can kind of turn that into a better discussion, really help people understand what actually insurance does, why it's important, because it's not a tangible. I joke when I leave that I lock the office door so no one steals all the insurance, but there's not just insurance laying around. So like there's just it's kind of a mystery kind of component in people's lives that they think is a scam and all the different things you hear. It's not. It can feel like it sometimes. I'm not even going to say that it doesn't, but if you understand how it works and understand and have a person who you can go to help with those kind of situations, that's what we're here to do. That's what my team's here to do. That's what I'm here to do, and that's what I take a lot of pride and have a lot of passion in, obviously, as you can probably tell. So,
well, I know you said the joke, hey, we lock the door so no one steals the insurance, but it's exactly right.
Mike from State Farm is going to hook you up. We was just talking about the quarterback situation during the break.
Speaking of getting your quarters back, Mike can get you plenty of quarters back if you switch over. It's a simple phone call or look for a quote online, of course, myfavoriteagent.com. The phone number 216-932-6900. And he covers a multitude of different avenues.
Yes,
right?
he does. If you want to talk auto insurance, which I came in the studio hot.
If it rains, people lose their fucking mind in Northeast Ohio.
It wasn't even like, you ever just drive on the road and you just...
It's wet. And people are like, ugh.
Either hesitant or, in my case, driving and it's just full of egos on the road.
My
like,
favorite
people
is
don't
like,
let you over.
You know, like when you're in the shower and like you can turn the head and it changes the settings, and they have the mist setting. Don't you love when it's misty outside and people just forget what the fuck they're doing? And you either run into people that are going like 20 under the speed limit, or someone who's like boogity boogity boogity, and they're just like zooming past. They're fucking Ricky Bobby at Talladega Nights. Like, take a chill pill, and while you're at it, give Mike a call because you're gonna need some help.
Daryl Rawtree.
Shake and bake.
Homeowners insurance, renters insurance. If you're a business owner, Mike's gonna take care of you. Mike.
But they eat the microphone.
Mike.
Oh!
Mike.
You sound like Cookie Monster.
Mike.
My Cookie.
216-932-6900. That's 216-932-6900. And his office is on the corner of Lee and Mayfield in Cleveland Heights. When you walk up to him, just greet him, Mike.
He'll know where you.
He'll know you listen to the show.
And he is also a professional wrestler. So that's the added bonus of this, too. So if you don't want to say Mike,
oh, you got to.
you can just chant. Just chant his name. He's used to it.
Mike. His website, My Fabert Agent. That's my FABERT agent.com. You can even type on the message, Mike.
That's a lot of eyes.
Yeah.
So many vowels, so little time.
The Clays adjuster and him and the whole team will be involved with the next Exodus Pro Wrestling show coming up on October 11th.
Day after my son's birthday.
Hexodus.
Exodus. Yeah.
Where Dante Casanova will defend his NWA Midwest Championship against Cleveland's own J-Rock. And we went through the backstory last week. We'll talk more about it as the show gets closer. This show's affordable. October 11th. Get great seats anywhere in the arena. Get great seats, but very affordable tickets. Since we were talking about budgets and stuff earlier in the show, you'll bang for your buck when you go to an Exodus Pro Wrestling show.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
All right, now back to what we were discussing a few moments ago. Naomi gives up the title. If you missed it, Kyle actually had a great idea, which was the playbook of what they did with Asuka and Becky Lynch years ago.
And it's not just because she has a match. It's because she won Queen of the Ring. Like, Asuka won Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if this was just a regular title match and she had won a number one contenders match, I'd get maybe, like, not giving her the title right away. But she did win Queen of the Ring. So it's like we could even more morally legitimize that, even more than it already is. And then, we can also crown one of the next future stars of the women's division.
So I just thought about this. The only wrinkle, because I don't know when Naomi told work about her pregnancy. I don't know when it was told.
I imagine whenever she found out, she probably called him.
Well, I know. The date is important in one context. Remember, last week, Naomi was supposed to face Io Sky
For the title. Yeah.
So
They was going to win that match.
I know. So if they go with Io Sky versus Stephanie Vaquer or Stephanie Velcro, for
Vacqua,
yeah,
Nikki Bella.
for the vacant championship, that makes sense. That makes sense. But this is Triple H booking, and Triple H doesn't like singles matches. He likes triple threats, Fatal 4-ways. There's going to be some kind of battle royal or mini tournament or something to determine the final entrant.
I mean, the obvious thing if they're not going to give it to Stephanie is to do a fatal 4-way.
Mm-hmm.
And it should be Stephanie. It should be Io. It should be Rhea, because you want Rhea on the show.
Fair.
And the last one should be Roxanne. She pinned Io Sky.
Oh, Roxanne. Like
That's her. It would have been Liv, but it's not.
You know
it's
what?
Roxanne. And that should be the match if it's not going to be a one-on-one between Io and Stephanie. But Io doesn't have, technically she doesn't have a actual in for that because Roxanne beat her. So it could be Roxanne Io again, and then the winner faces Stephanie for the title.
Could be.
But
Io was already promised the championship.
And they're
match.
kind of teasing an Asuka Rhea thing now again too as a sub feud, as like a under the main, like the upper mid card, lower main event feud.
Io Sky's involved in like 3 or 4 storylines right now, seemingly, which is cool. I mean, again, great, great character,
but
charismatic.
she could also taper off and go into a feud with Asuka, which I'm sure will happen at some point, and that actually be a match I would enjoy watching. But I don't know.
You threw out a name. I didn't go with this name, but I would be A-okay if one of the names that you mentioned won. The name I was going to actually throw out was Raquel Rodriguez winning the championship and maybe earning that fatal 4-way spot, maybe beating. I don't know the path.
She also just got pinned by Io Sky too, so that's where it's like timing sucks.
I don't know the path. I've just been so impressed with her wrestling.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
And somebody, a babyface down the road, it could be Stephanie, it could be whoever, will really, really be put over whenever they beat Raquel. But I do like Roxanne.
There's also a huge asterisk next to all this because people have been switching brands lately. LA Knight's officially on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Sami Zayn's officially on SmackDown. We know that Bianca Belair is supposed to come back. This is an opportunity for her to step right into a championship match, and I'm sure WWE would love to book Stephanie versus Bianca for the title.
They would.
And
I'm saying that like in a dejected.
Be a great match.
I would love the match.
Be a great match.
Then I would wonder, anybody left on SmackDown? Like anybody.
Someone's getting called up if that happens.
Like,
or someone will move over. Like maybe this is an opportunity to get Rhea off of Raw and put her on. I don't know. But
I would hope the Bayley discussion we had last. I hope that follows through.
Or Bayley gets moved to SmackDown.
And again, another
Bayley.
We're not going to have time to talk about it here, but
Bianca
another
for Bayley. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, hold up? Would you take that trade? Bianca for Bayley?
2 future Hall of Famers. I mean,
Bianca to Raw, Bayley to SmackDown. Would you take that trade?
I think that's probably a pretty fair trade, all things considering.
I mean, on the men's side,
LA Knight for Sami Zayn was pretty fair.
Yeah.
Now Bayley, multiple-time world champion. Bianca, multiple-time world champion. Royal Rumble winners. It's if you're gonna trade Bianca, there's not many people that make sense outside of Bayley or Rhea or one of those to trade back. So
well, let me ask you this: on the Bayley side of things,
it opens up the door for the Wyatt Six angle.
True,
because she's having the last promo was the voice, the devil on her shoulder, or whatever.
That promo is the exact setup for it. It's the exact setup for it.
I'm just saying,
and
we've got a route
now. Again, Bayley. I mean, we answered this last week, but let's reaffirm it. Would be presented as a heel, correct? Whenever we arrive to...
Well, she would be aligned, if that story goes the way it does, yes, and she would give the Wyatt Six an edge they've been missing because they'd have a true, actual star, a solidified, multiple-time champion.
And remember their message, the Wyatts, has been their message since day one whenever they decide to tell it. It's, you are lost, and we want to... You have a family. You have people who love you.
Because you don't know where you're going, but we can give you direction.
Oh, that's perfect.
And she could be the leader of that for now until they decide to do something with Bo or whatever it is. But I mean, like, that's
my only issue. Back to I like that. I like the Bayley. I'm locked in on that.
They could lock down the tag divisions because obviously the Wyatts have the men's tag. They could get the women's tag titles on them.
Something there and then get Nikki Cross involved.
Yeah, she can finally do something. I mean, it's...
To go back real quick to Stephanie. It's the one glaring thing I've had about Triple H booking going back to last year. So you win Queen of the Ring, or what? That's what she won, right?
She won. Yeah.
And then not featured on television. Really,
Or it's a backstage thing, or
it's just a quick backstage.
I think she's
thing.
had like a match or two.
She's
since
had like
then.
a match or two.
Yeah, it's because they were trying to build up to this big.
And then
thing
they're
with
going to try to
Naomi.
get her back on fire on Monday, like this Monday. They're going to try to.
She will be involved in whatever they decide to do.
Mhm.
Like she was the number one contender. Like I said, she won what she did. So like she'll be involved in whatever happens.
I'm just
But
concerned that she has been, due to not being on television in a predominant
off a
role, cooled off.
yeah, but then she comes out and I'm like, nah, she's hot again.
Yeah, she just needs a match. Give her a match.
I'll give her a match.
Give her a vision. Actually, don't put her in this group.
Can I, by the way, before we start this, because we're gonna go to break really quick and then we'll come back. I just want to say WWE, my address is da, 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 and then I want my royalty check for coming up with the fucking name of this group. Like 5 months ago when it first happened. That's all I want to say. It's like I am taking donations, and by donations I mean pay me before I sue you. But nevertheless, here we are. Come on.
Give
So
them free
easy.
access to ESPN.
Yeah. I'll share my password.
Yeah, thanks. Don't tell them they're cracking down on that now.
They haven't even launched a fucking platform yet. They're cracking down on it.
How can you crack down? You just launched today.
Fuck y'all.
We'll give you a status update on the Vision when we come back. And I'll also tell you why I'm a bit cold on WWE main roster, main event stuff right now. We'll also talk about the reacts, how we're going to change that. Chris Jericho, he's in the news. Maybe. How will this play out? And do you want to see one more run of Chris Jericho in WWE? WrestleMania season 2026, maybe? I mean, you're going to get Naomi in 2027. So Chris Jericho at 26. But you're going to get Mike and you get Megan right now. What should fans who might be watching you here in Cleveland for the first time, hey, they look you up on the website, on the app, they call you, what should they expect?
Yeah, I mean, first off, between me and my team, you're going to get one of us. If you want to deal directly with the man, you're more than welcome to. I don't mind. I love working with customers because I look at it this way. I have a lot of good life experience financially. I said 12 years of banking. I've got now 2.5 years of insurance. I have a lot of money and just kind of life and financial stuff knowledge. So that's what I look to do, is to truly help people get from that point A to point B financially. It's not about just, saving money on auto insurance, sure, but if I can kind of turn that into a better discussion, really help people understand what actually insurance does, why it's important, because it's not a tangible. I joke when I leave that I lock the office door so no one steals all the insurance, but there's not just insurance laying around. So like there's just it's kind of a mystery kind of component in people's lives that they think is a scam and all the different things you hear. It's not. It can feel like it sometimes. I'm not even going to say that it doesn't, but if you understand how it works and understand and have a person who you can go to help with those kind of situations, that's what we're here to do. That's what my team's here to do. That's what I'm here to do, and that's what I take a lot of pride and have a lot of passion in, obviously, as you can probably tell. So,
Well, I know you said the joke, hey, we lock the door so no one steals the insurance, but it's exactly right.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick.
With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh.
I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart. My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
Omega Video Marketing.
What?
It's great. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
And
you've been into something sour.
Possibly, but it'd be sour if you don't. If you got an event coming up and you don't contact Megan to cover your event, like that would be sour because you're not getting eyes, you're not getting extra ears and whatever to your business that Megan can help you out with.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's the reach that she's able to capitalize on with her years of experience working in media, having that kind of one-on-one relationship with her clients, with people and businesses all across Northeast Ohio. And like you mentioned, Double A, kind of getting more into the event space as well. These one-off situations where she can really put everything she has into one thing for you. And that way it kind of keeps her plate more open to help more people out across beyond just her day job to what she does with Omega as well. So you want to take advantage of what she has to offer.
MeganRG440 at gmail.com. MeganRG440 at gmail.com. That's how you can reach Megan Gallagher, 4-time Emmy Award-winning producer, 4-time.
Booker's like, oh.
And based on her line of work, I am very confident that 4-time will become 5-time. 5-time. 5-time WCW champion. I'm kidding. But 4-time Emmy Award producer, Megan Gallagher. She's going to hook you up, take care of you. Do you call a wrestling move the rock bottom or the bookend?
It really depends on who's doing it.
I only ask because before the show today, I finished watching NXT, and
it's a bookend with Trick because Trick is the Booker T guy.
Right, and Vic Joseph called it the rock bottom.
And Becky does the manhandle slam,
Yeah.
and everyone else does a Uranagi, and it's like, okay, like, yeah, I'm aware.
Trick does the rock bottom. Vic Joseph calls it the rock bottom, and Booker on commentaries like, it's the bookend. Did a bookend. Every once in a while, Booker T will drop a nugget. You just got to listen for the entire 2 hours of NXT
and
to find it.
You have to follow him after he leaves McDonald's with that 50-piece. Every once in a while, he drops a nugget.
Every once in a while.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah, man. That's Trick.
Corey's sitting there like... Cannot wait to go to Raw. Cannot wait to go to Raw. Thank you, Pat, for getting overwhelmed. Totally.
The week of Corey Graves, I got to do the flagship show of Monday Night Raw.
I am actually wearing all these colors because I was in Mexico. he was listening and I'm off. It's like, then you were here.
Yeah.
And I was in Canada. Like, okay, yeah.
Then he has to do NXT. I think it feels like NXT is probably like a night off for him. But no, he has to like actually carry the storylines, and like Vic actually. God bless Vic.
Doesn't
Joseph.
matter how good Vic and Corey do. There's always Booker.
There's
in the background.
always.
Oh yeah.
I mean, what are you talking about? That's a world champion. Like Booker, he's a heel.
Do you know where you are?
You know,
I got a school. Yeah, we know, buddy. Like,
no. I don't care if he won at LFG. Do you know where you are? And then, oh, Corey, we got more for you. We're going to give you your play-by-play opportunity. You're going to work Triple Mania. You're going to call Omos, who returned to face Micro. What was his name? I forgot. I
don't know.
watched
I
it.
didn't watch it. Stupid. Yeah. I didn't watch it.
Conan cursing out fans in Spanish on commentary.
Pendejo.
JBL not knowing the actual content of the show, so Corey's like, "Hey, wrestling god, I'm awaiting your analysis." That actually happened, by the way. There's our review of Triple Mania.
They just don't give a fuck. that's the review.
What are we doing?
If you want to watch a commentary team that's led by a really competent person and two other people that just don't fucking care, this is, yeah, great. Speaking of a group led by a competent person and two people that don't fucking care, no, I'm kidding. They actually all do, and it's. I've enjoyed the division because
You named him.
I named
segment.
them. Yeah. And two, we're getting more of what the real roles are with this group. And they're starting to get bigger spotlights on Bronson with the Roman Reigns angle now, the tribal thief, all that shit. And then obviously Braun essentially taking Roman's place as the big dog. This is pre-tribal chief Roman Reigns. This is Braun Breaker. This is his role. So we're getting that figured out. Seth, obviously, the figurehead of this group.
Can't wait till we get past the Seth Rollins part of this.
They're still missing that one piece, I feel. Whether it's a woman or a man, whatever. I feel like they could use one more person in this group to really tie it all together in the end. They need a mid-card champion. I don't think Braun's going for that. I don't think Bronson's going for that. I think they're more built, if they're going to do anything, to go for the tag titles at some point. But, like, again, we keep throwing out Ricky Sayings, Ethan Page, those guys that could be, like, the next kind of guy also. Like, this is the vision. This is the
they're
future.
working hard on
They are.
with with both, but in particular Ethan Page.
I would get someone like Tyler Bate, too. He's been cleared to come back at some point. He could make some sense if they decide to give him a more serious role other than doing this and flexing. Like, you know, because he's got all the fucking talent in the world. We talked about Austin Theory, too, as an option because he has ties to Seth already from their role 5 years ago, whatever it was. Crazy to think that he's been around that long.
Wow.
You know, Austin Theory's not even 30 yet. But like it's,
I will share one of the best angles from the pandemic was Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio.
The eye thing.
The eye for an eye.
So stupid. So bad. The fake eye coming. Oh my god. Any hooser. I actually I enjoy this. I think Paul is interesting, especially in Philly. You're gonna open your eyes too wide. One's gonna pop out yourself.
Eye for an eye, buddy.
I thought we were done talking about vowels. How many eyes do you need? We said Mike, and it's a lot of eyes. Like, what the fuck?
You guys got to watch the video version of this show. I appreciate if you listen, but you got to watch.
Yeah, the audio version is more like a treat. The main course.
Main course is the video.
You don't want to eat just a vanilla sundae. You want to have the full exposure.
Yeah.
You want
you be missing some good slides. Like if you only listened to the show last week and you didn't see Bailey, missed out. Ain't that right, Pete? Missed out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah.
What's your analysis of the Vision, AA?
I'm sorry. It's doing well. I guess for me, so if I'm assuming that Seth Rollins is going to keep the world title until WrestleMania,
Yeah, most likely.
is he compelling enough to carry the title all the way to WrestleMania? Like, I guess that's what takes away from this. Me watching Raw this week, and maybe because we're doing reacts now, that might be a part of it. When things are predictable, it's almost irritating. Even if it's the right thing to do with the story. Because I'm almost sitting here watching, I'm like, man, what if LA Knight actually won the world title? Like, what if anything other than Seth Rollins retaining the title, even if it's for a month? I don't know. Give me something, like, anything. Like, if LA Knight pinned Jey Uso and won the world title, but never pinned Seth Rollins. And then Seth Rollins gets it back a month later. I don't know. And yes, it goes against some of the rules of long-term storytelling, but I guess part of the vision for me that's just like, I understand they're bad guys, they're heels, they're establishing their thing, but, man, there's a part, the Seth Rollins part of this, to me, is not compelling.
I think that the interesting part, and I think you're onto something with that, but like, is the two guys that are in the group. It's Bronson and it's Braun. What's going to be their evolvement throughout this process as Seth kind of nurtures them or whatever it is under his wing, and this is an opportunity now because Bronson's going to get Roman Reigns. That's been announced. In Paris, which apparently this card's going to have like 15 fucking matches, I'm assuming. I don't know, because they've announced like 6 or 7.
Yeah, they better get them all out the way before you're priced out.
Holy shit. They're probably like feeling bad, like, hey, here's 10 matches on the card. And then, Braun, who knows? But like, that's what there needs to be one more person to add to the dynamic, and that person needs to be able to speak.
Well, and that's why
because it will help Seth. It will help Seth.
But my thing is, how many more things do we need to help Seth? How many more things do we need?
He's being put in this spot. And listen, Roman had help. Like, Roman was obviously captivating, but Paul helped him a lot with a lot of the writing and the storytelling, and they got lucky with the Usos. It's family. They worked really well together. These guys are getting along pretty good. Like, there's good chemistry with this group. But I still think in the grand scheme of things, there is an element missing of Paul's not telling anyone else not to listen to Seth for certain things. Like a guy like Ethan Page in this group, or a guy like being like kind of that, like, yeah, hey, you probably shouldn't really do this. Like that's what maybe because Seth needs.
I think
more,
you need like a non-big guy. That's the other thing too.
Yeah.
It's like you need, and I think that ties into the tag team idea. A non like muscle or not muscle, but like big guy.
someone that could pull that title off of Dom or something like that and be that person. You know, that could be like that. Well, he's a champion too. Like,
You know, and I guess that's my overall thing. I forgot to put the slide in for this, but it kind of ties into this topic and the Jericho topic a little bit. But it's watching main roster WWE. This is not an NXT complaint. This is a Raw and SmackDown thing, but particularly this storyline. It's like I understand the need for longer title reigns. I get it. I'm not against. I'm not anti long title reigns. But I understand it with like Cody. If Cody holds on to that title all the way to WrestleMania, all the way to another like major PLE, and then you have a headline main event against Cena or somebody, whoever. Cool. Royal Rumble winner, fine. But to me, because Seth Rollins, in my opinion, just watching this, he's doing fine work, but he's not compelling enough for me as a lead character. And then I know going into Sunday or a couple Sundays from now, I know going into Clash, he's winning the title.
yeah, it's the part that's tough. Like it helps when it's one-on-one or something like that, and he's got help. So I mean, that's the other factor in all this. We saw it with Roman for 4 years. Like it was.
But I thought Roman even back then was at least with the new character, with the tribal chief which was starting to get established.
Yeah.
At least that was compelling television.
I think you said something earlier about like him changing music and changing the gimmick a little bit and kind of like Paul's the Oracle now, so let's make you something different too. They've been dragging their feet on that a little bit. I don't know if they're saving it for Paris, if they're saving it for a big moment to debut a new song, because they apparently have a new song ready for them. They have all this stuff they're ready to roll out. I don't know what they're waiting for. It's got to be something major to, I guess, launch it. But I think if he changed his presentation a bit and he kind of tweaked that maybe would help us a little more, just because we are seeing something different. It's not the same, I'm a visionary, you're all cheering, you sing my song. Like, he's still kind of coming out like he's a babyface. And then he'll say one or two things that's negative to the crowd, but then it's all about everything else and all this good shit they're doing. It's not really heel work. So I think that's one of the reasons why, too, you're kind of stuck in the middle of you're still catering to the fans with the song, with all this. And now the story started. I told you before, when he wins the title, that's when this all starts.
Yeah, we're in this now.
Now there needs to be changes. There has to be, whether it's adding a person, whether it's changing the theme song, whether it's changing the presentation.
But you know what? I would like the idea. Again, this is a long shot, and it may be, honestly, the opinion might even be wrong, self-admittedly. I like the idea of a slip-up and him dropping the title for a month in a fatal four-way situation.
I don't mind.
Make the fact that it is a fatal four-way, he doesn't take the pin, but he lost the title, and then we need to beef up. If we're going to add that fourth member, we're going to beef up our group. I'm getting that title back, and this go-around, I'm not losing that title.
Well, there's always a plan B, that type stuff, and I think, unfortunately, the plan B may be debuting in Paris or one of those matches to help Seth keep the title, which, again, it's a wrinkle, but it's a repeat of the Bloodline story, so I don't know. But, I mean, I don't mind it, especially if it's for someone like L.A. I don't want that for Punk. I think Punk needs to have a reign.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
I'm looking at L.A. as the guy, to me, that is, like, that's a perfect hot shot transitional, holy smokes, this actually happened, and then...
Well, now they have a story with Jay with that, too. He could technically be that guy again, because he already was. He held the title for, 57 days and dropped it. So, I mean, his story could always be, he can win the big one, he can climb the mountain, but he can't stay on top. Whereas LA, when he finally does get that championship, if he ever does, he finally made it.
And that would start his, they'll have to kind of mess around with it a little bit, but that could be the start of LA Knight's heel run. Because to me, if you even go that route, next month at WrestlePalooza, you can still have LA and Seth.
I think we're unfortunately getting Seth and Roman at WrestlePalooza now, which is kind of sad. That should be a WrestleMania main event, but
That's yeah. You're gonna get Cena. I think
Cena and Brock is probably going to be there.
I think they promoted. I think Cena said on social media, "I'm gonna face somebody for the first time that I haven't faced in a decade." And then somebody said, "Well, he's facing Lord Tensai."
Or Chris Jericho.
Prince
Oh,
Albert.
Shock us all. Yeah, Matt Bloom's going to come up from NXT in training and help out. This is interesting. This was reported over the weekend, and then it's been followed up with a few more during the week. And this is not technically new. There's been rumblings over the past year that he's not been happy in AEW. There's been some things about the time taken away for the Fozzy stuff and all that too and everything. And he's also just getting up there in age. I mean, Chris isn't as spry as he was 20 years ago, but
Dad bod.
no. But that being said, I said this a couple weeks back, and I like to just reiterate: he needs to retire in WWE. This is where he made his name. I mean, that's where all these different gimmicks got over and all that stuff. He had the stuff in WCW a little bit at first, but WWE is really where he got big. He's left multiple times. He's come back multiple times.
And it's been almost successful multiple times he's come back.
And Chris and Triple H have a relationship where it's like, okay, if the time is right, let's do it. This screams surprise 2026 Royal Rumble entrant. Unless it's sooner. It depends on when his contract is up. WWE will pull the trigger on this. Like if he's a free agent now, or they already signed him now, whatever it is, I don't know what his status truly is or not, but WrestlePalooza is an event. They want to make that as big as they possibly can. Chris Jericho returning would be one of those situations, and he would be in the title scene because of who he is, what he's done. Whether he deserves it or not,
Well,
that's
that
neither here nor there.
I guess we got to get the elephant out of the room there. Is enough political damage, has it passed him?
He never really, he didn't have that issue because he had Stone Cold on his podcast in the middle of this whole AEW stuff, and he went on Stone Cold's podcast because Vince and Tony Khan cleared it. Like it's Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's going to be great for us. I should go on it. I don't think there's nearly as much bad blood as people think, and I think that's one thing Chris is really good at. He does not burn bridges.
Excuse me.
Like with Vince, with Triple H, with any of these guys, Nick Khan, whatever. I think he's friends with everybody. He's just like, hey, contract's up, guys. Think I may want to come back. Does it work? If it does, cool. If it doesn't, well, then I'll go back to AEW, whatever. Like he's not going to be like, he's never been that guy to say, fuck you, I'm leaving. It's always been, I'm leaving because I think right now there's nothing for me. We can maybe cross the bridge again later down the road, a couple of years, whatever. But for now, I think it's time to take a break.
Well, first off, can't wait to see Jericho on Cody's podcast if all this comes to fruition.
What do you want to talk about?
Yeah. Well,
Some bullshit?
Well, let me real quick talk about the AEW component of all this. First off, it could be two things could be true. Yes, Chris Jericho, you can consider him one of the real founding fathers of AEW.
First champion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about him and Mox and Cody. I'm not putting the Young Bucks in that category at all. Like those three, like you got names that started AEW, first champion, exactly right. But yeah, there was a point in time where Chris Jericho, I mean, even him away from the AEW championship picture, you put him in a meaningful quarter hour, you get a bump in the ratings with that. But
Very early on. Very early on.
But especially in the last couple of years, that has not happened.
Yep.
And people were changing the channel. Now, I do think the heat that I saw when I was in St. Louis last year for the pay-per-view, that's gone. I think that's, for the most part, that's passed. I think some of that was politically driven.
He's coming back as a face if he goes to WWE.
Right.
It's going to be too big of a reaction.
And there's a crossover audience between the AEW audience and the WWE audience.
100%.
There's
a lot of people that watch one watch the other. There's just more people that watch one than the other.
Well, let me dispute a little bit of what you just said there. I don't think it's as much as we assume.
I think it's most of AEW's fans also watch WWE because they always bitch about it.
But
that means they see
But
it.
how many? I guess it's the duplication thing. How many WWE fans watch AEW?
The point is, there is a lot more WWE fans than there is AEW fans, but both share a good chunk of fans.
Well, I don't. And I'm going to lead to
I mean,
this.
the numbers are literally out in
No,
front of you.
I understand that. But what I'm saying is, all right, so Cody, when he left AEW, Cody was getting booed out of the building in AEW. Even his final event here in Cleveland, booed out of the building. He was presented really well when he came to WWE, comes to WWE, cheered massively since day one.
Mm-hmm.
I think there is a good chunk of WWE fans who they know Chris Jericho's in AEW. They've watched Chris Jericho at AEW early on. They haven't paid attention to Chris Jericho AEW in like 3 or 4 years.
Well, he was the Ring of Honor champion for a while and stuff too. So he was like on TV, but he wasn't.
They're not watching Ring of Honor.
Yeah,
WWE, they're not watching Ring of Honor.
Well, he was like on AEW
right.
TV as the Ring of Honor champion. They're like, okay, what is he? He's a champion, but not of the show he's on. I don't understand what the hell. It's confusing.
There are WWE fans who don't know AEW Chris Jericho, but they know Y2J.
Yeah.
They know Y2J.
He's a Hall of Famer in WWE. Like that's his comeback will include a Hall of Fame induction because he's also WWE needs to just make a physical fucking Hall of Fame. You can build this brand new headquarters HQ or whatever, and in fucking Stanford, you can build the Performance Center. Put it in the Performance Center. Or pick, I don't fucking know. Or if you move to Vegas at some point, do it out there. Like, build a fucking Hall of Fame for these guys.
One other thing before we wrap. Chris Jericho, when he's had the short stints in WWE in the past, what he does, he'll do a full run. Like when he's on television, and this won't even be like a major factor anymore because WWE doesn't really do house shows anymore.
No.
But he'll do his full run of shows. Like, he'll be on television every single week or close to every week. And then he'll go away. He'll, I don't know if he still does tours or whatever, but then he'll go away. Mm-hmm. He'll do the cruise. So they got to figure that out. And then he'll come back. So if he comes back, it would not shock me at all if he signed and they agreed to a 1-year deal and maybe as a mockery, maybe recreate the Chris Jericho retirement tour. It would be a complete mockery. It would actually establish him as a heel walking in the door. So you'll have your baby faces go after him, but let's see what happens. Whatever the case may be, you need another name to kind of draw a name, to bring people back to the dance. ESPN is obviously a huge deal. And Chris Jericho likes to put people over. So it won't be I'm Chris Jericho, I got to get W's. This is going to be a Chris Jericho, hey, what's Carmelo Hayes doing? Hey, what's Trick Williams doing? Hey, what's Dominic Mysterio doing? Like, young guys that he's going to want to put over. And also some other top names.
He's going to put them on the list.
Yeah.
Because that'll come back.
Oh, Kevin Owens could be back too.
Well,
now I know he has to deal with Sammy.
No, he doesn't. He may not come back at all. That neck thing, he still hasn't got surgery yet.
I know.
So when he does finally get surgery, that's going to be over. Like I think he may be done.
I know.
Because I think the reason why he's waited too is he doesn't know if he wants to do it or not.
Yeah.
Because neck surgery is no joke.
And remember, even the Big E factor from back in the day, like.
I'm still holding out hope at some point, but
I don't know, man.
He's the problem with Big E is though he's 100% healthy. Like he can go, he can work out, he can do everything he's ever wanted to do. He said he's taking bumps, but the doctors just will not clear him. Which is like, what else do I have to? It's kind of like the Daniel Bryan thing. Am I going to be retired for 10 years before I can come back or what?
Same with Edge. Just like you got to find that one doctor. You got to find the one doctor that'll clear you, and if you find that one doctor, you'll be set.
It can only be one.
It could only be run.
Only gonna be run.
Only be one.
Run.
Now run.
Now run.
We're going to see a lot of running tomorrow. We'll be at Chagrin Falls tomorrow night. Our first CVC TV game. Jefferson versus Chagrin Falls, the first of 13 games or 14 games. How many games we're doing? double-digit amount of regular season games
Menos.
on our schedule. So we start that tomorrow. So we'll be on the. Oh, real quick, you want to change the reacts?
Yeah.
How you want to change it?
I have a pitch, and I feel bad.
Is this an on-air thing or an off-air thing?
No, you can do it on air. Who gives a fuck? So, as you guys know, over the course of, God, how long has it been now? 3 months?
Top of June.
Top of June. So, coming up on 3 months. We've been watching 4 wrestling shows a week, every week, and doing reaction videos on YouTube. The views have not been where I've wanted. They started off pretty good, but they've kind of tapered off a little bit for those videos. You put in a hell of a lot more work than I do because you talk for like 12 to 15 minutes. I'm usually like 4 to 5 minutes.
You knock 'em out.
Yeah, because I'm not fucking around. That being said, I want to try and make a little bit of a change, especially with all this shit going down with the different viewing stuff, and are we going to not be able to watch certain shows? I think we should save reacts for big wrestling stories that deserve them. Now, that could still be a couple a week, depending on what happens. But we'll obviously still have the sections because, we obviously have stuff split up for you guys on the YouTube as far as like full episodes, different playlists, like the shorts, all that as well. But my pitch to you, my good sir, for our own mental health, because half the time I want to drive my head into a fucking wall watching 4 wrestling shows. I pray for Thursdays because it's the one day during the week I don't have to fucking watch anything. It's like, oh, I can't wait. I was like, oh, I'm so excited. Like, still want to try and keep up with the shows, but not having to work afterwards and to watch a show until 10 o'clock at night. Then have to, now I got to record a fucking 15-minute video and I got to edit and put stuff into it. And it's
To be fair, I know Kyle's on my case sometimes, but to be fair, you actually do like edits and stuff.
That's why mine are shorter. One, my phone doesn't have the space to fucking take.
You actually
15
put
videos,
edits.
but I actually put if I'm
You
gonna
see
do it,
my beautiful face for 17 straight effing minutes. Look at that.
yeah, it's very pretty.
All right, go ahead.
That's my pitch to you.
What,
Big
to
stories.
see more of my face?
Well, sure.
Okay.
But and I'll tell you what, like this is so if you enjoy doing the reacts, for the shows, I mean, if you wanted to keep doing that, that's fine.
Well, elaborate
But-
on like stories. Like what's your vision?
Well, like today, like okay, or when this came out, when we actually sat down to record, the ESPN news. That's where the of us both maybe reacting, and then we could
Right.
obviously tease, hey, more of it coming up on the podcast. Chris Jericho re-signing with WWE. We could react to that quickly, that kind of thing. Our own separate reacts. They're not going to be these super long, crazy videos. I mean, it'd be more like probably on the length that I already do.
Yeah.
But it's more of a case by case, big story. Or if there is a big match on one of the shows where like there's a huge title change or whatever, we could react like in the moment because we do one episode a week.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to fill some gaps along with the clips that we're still going to do. The clips will still come out, the shorts and all that stuff and everything, and then the clips on social media. But these reacts, I think we could tweak it, try and make them a little bit shorter, but still a little bit more longer framed than the
I
shorts
do
did.
think I'll say this. The one good thing that has come out of the reacts, the subscriber numbers on YouTube have jumped since we started those. Now, with that being said, reacting to Raw, NXT,
It's just so much.
Dynamite. And then now, and like I said before, we're starting football.
Yeah.
So
That's why it's tough too.
That-
Just
we're-
Friday
like-
nights are going to be wonky.
like
and it's,
Fridays are going to be out
Yeah.
of whack. It's like, okay,
something-
maybe do Saturday, but then it's like, well, you got other stuff to do. And again, and I also put this down. You're a dad, so like you got other stuff.
Maybe this
you
is a pitch for me to stop doing reacts.
Well,
even though I'm the one that actually
No,
did
no, no.
it. But like,
here's
I
what
don't know.
I would say. I would say we have to at least, we're having a show meeting on the air, whatever.
Well, you guys are a part of this. So you get to,
I will say this. I think Mondays, Raw, is usually the night where, like, the highest engagement of wrestling fans are from Monday nights. Now, with that being said, if you put out something on Tuesday at some point, or even Wednesday at some point, I think that would be fine. And if I put out something either late Monday night or Tuesday, that would be fine. I think it has to be because we have the clips too. I think you're right in the sense of if it is a major story, we got to put something out. I just don't want to fall into the trap of we don't put anything out on a weekly basis.
I would still find a way to put 2 to 3 videos out per week.
Mm-hmm.
Because something's going to happen on one of the 4 fucking shows that's like important for me to say something.
Like I would say at minimum, if I would say the number to go for would be 2 videos.
That's easy.
I think 2 videos is doable.
So how about we do this? Because we're just making decisions on the air now.
Yeah.
If you want to do a Monday Night Raw Reacts, you can. And then my responsibility will be to find 2 stories during the week to react to. And they'll be posted throughout the week whenever they kind of make the most sense. But I'll have 2, you'll have 1. And then NXT, Dynamite, and SmackDown can just eat a dick for a little while. Because unless something happens on one of those shows.
It has to be something compelling. Like one of the things that could be compelling, let's see what happens. I'm looking forward to Javon Evans and Oba Femi.
In a one-on-one match. Because they faced each other before in like a triple threat or whatever it was. But this is a one-on-one setting, so we'll see. That's one of those things we're okay.
But I will admit, and this is not a shot. This has happened. I'm watching NXT Tuesday night. In the middle of Jordan Grace's promo, I fell asleep. I woke up. It was like 3 a.m. Yeah, I fell asleep.
Listen, it's nothing against her. It's just we do this so much, and like.
And the crowd was dead.
Yeah, that's
during
fair.
her promo
Yeah,
too.
Philly was interesting.
That was a interesting crowd.
But
AKA sucked.
I think maybe for you guys, just so you know, that's kind of where we're going to be navigating going forward. Anthony will give you a full in-depth how he does, only the way he can, Monday Night Raw recap and review. And then I will sprinkle in a couple reviews during the week about certain stories, certain things, whatever it is. And then obviously, like I said, we're still going to have all the clips posting daily, you know, the shorts and stuff like that. We're still going to have the full episodes dropping Thursdays or Fridays. Just depends on whatever day we can get into the studio to do it, but it's going to be usually at tail end of the week there, of your work week, so to speak. There's still going to be a lot of content. We're planning on doing eventually, I'm assuming, more live shows too, when it comes to working with potential sponsors or finding people like we talked about Greenies again, doing that. That was fun for WrestleMania last year. Not this past year, but the year before. Being able to do something with them again, possibly. Maybe doing some live stream stuff for some of the bigger events, like Royal Rumble, whatever.
Yeah, let's just be real about this. Doing the reacts is cool, but yeah, it felt like a full-time job. And to be real about it, without extra sponsorship backing,
it's tough
to supplement that.
The idea is great from a standpoint of if this was like our full-time thing and like we were willing to dedicate all these hours every single day to it, but like we have full-time jobs, like we have other stuff we're taking care of, like it's very tough. You almost warned me about this when I brought it up, and I was like, oh, I'll be fine. Yeah, well, here I am. Admitting my
told you it was going to change the show.
It changed me.
It going to change the show. I'm glad you pulled out before it was too late.
I didn't. That's why I have a kid.
Remember that.
Oh, giggity. All right. Yeah, but it's remember that, Jacob. Pull out before it's too late. So that's
I think they get the point.
That's how we're going to end the show today.
If you don't remember anything else.
A little bit of humor in the end, but
if you don't remember anything else.
Pull out before it's too late.
Before it's too late.
Before you sign up for 3 months of YouTube TV. Oh, shit.
Hey.
B.
I don't regret that at all. I do not regret that.
No regrets?
None. I got a great deal. I kind of worked some things. Got a great deal. I'm paying less for YouTube.
YouTube is getting sucked off right now. He's getting sucked off.
Yeah. Paying less for YouTube than with Sling for the next 3 months.
Wow.
So I'm locked in. So I'm locked in with YouTube TV. So ESPN, if y'all don't add YouTube TV, I will find other ways to watch those shows. Good night.
Please, Pete, hit the end button.